Hey all, it's Krista Watson here from Krista Quilts, back with another fun design for you to try. This one is called Clouds, and it works really well as a background in a nature or landscape quilt, or literally if you want to add clouds to your quilt. Now the thing about all of my designs is I don't mark them out. They're really freeform and fun, and you can scale them up or down and put your own signature style on them. It's really that versatile. So for this design, I'm going to sketch it out and then practice it on a sample. So if you want to grab a notebook and some practice scraps and follow along with me, don't forget to grab a copy of my book as well. Let's take a look. Quilting Cute Little Clouds is from design number 42 in the book. To draw out the clouds design, I'm just going to draw out a series of bumpy lines that sort of look like clouds. Now, just like in nature, these can look a little bit different and maybe they take on some interesting looking shapes. The important thing about this design is just to bump around to get where you need to go. You can switch directions as you sketch out the clouds, and don't worry about them being perfect. Really, we're just going after texture here. So I'm going to add some more little bumps, filling in all the spaces as I go. This one is a little bit slower for me, and sometimes I have to think about it, but when in doubt, just add more bumps and it's going to look really, really good. So I'll fill in with some little happy clouds, filling in all the spaces, and then I'm going to sketch this one out for you. With many of my designs, I'm actually better at stitching it than drawing it. So the drawing just gives me an idea of how to fill in the space, but what I'm stitching is probably going to look quite different than what I'm drawing. Clouds work really well as an all-over design when you're free motion quilting. So for this design, try to meander around the quilt, switching directions as you go and filling in all the spaces. That's kind of my general tip for any type of free motion design, because your eye is going to notice a gap in the quilting before you notice any imperfections in the designs. And this one is a really good design that lends itself to creating all sorts of interesting cloud shapes, just like in real life. Just remember, if you get stuck, bump your way back out and start a new cloud. To form this design, I'm basically just creating all these little bumps, creating kind of a cloud shape. Sometimes my bumps are going in one direction, sometimes they're going in another direction. And if you're not sure where to go next, just add more bumps around your stitching and it will look like extensions of fluffy clouds. There's really no way to do this one wrong. This is one of those designs that looks different every time you stitch it. I haven't yet quilted it on an entire quilt yet, but I've definitely used parts of the design to add some texture. And really, it's okay to switch the directions of the bumps, even in the middle of a cloud, to go off in a different direction, and you don't even have to stitch an entire cloud. If you haven't gotten the memo yet, I'm all about texture when it comes to these fun designs. And if your clouds are a little more jaggedy and less smooth, that's okay too. What's kind of fun about this design is, just like real clouds, you might even see other designs in your shapes, like maybe some trees or some flowers. It's really fun and organic. And just remember, like with all of my free motion quilting designs, you're gonna get better with practice. So aim for a smooth, fluid movement as you stitch, and you won't have any problems with this design. And here's what my cute little clouds look like, all stitched out. Have fun playing with different fabrics and thread colors to change things up. Sometimes in my quilts, I really enjoy stitching out abstract geometric designs to add texture, while other times it's actually fun to take a design like clouds and stitch it on the quilt to represent the thing it's actually showing you what to do. In this quilt behind me called Swanky Spirals, I've taken the little bumps on the clouds and I've used them as a standalone texture. So remember, when you're practicing these designs, it's totally fine to mix them up, change them to fit the space, and really make them your own. I really enjoy the look of handcrafted machine quilting where everybody's going to put their own little spin and their own unique style on it. So just remember, have fun and quilt it your way. Be sure to check out the description box for links to all of the things I talk about, grab a copy of my book, and check out the introductory to this series. I hope you're enjoying this series as much as I'm enjoying sharing my quilts and ideas with you. Catch you in the next one.